Hi and good afternoon. I am Lowry, the Pretty Potsie, and I decided to make a video today because I want to show you ways that I cope and adapt when I'm going out and about. Now, it doesn't happen every day. Some days I don't feel like riding in a car. I couldn't even fathom standing up and going out and about. But today I'm feeling pretty good and I got ready, which took a lot out of me, but I rested and now I'm ready to run some errands. And I wanted to show you what I do to help me in a day when I'm out and about. The number one thing that I do when I know I'm going to be out and about is hydrate. Hydration is so important when you have POTS, and I typically start my day with a soul water. I did make a video on how I make it. And then after my soul water, I have a fatty coffee. And I do find that having MCT oil really helps to feed my brain and to help it function a little bit better. And then I'll have plain water. So this is my plain water. But you always need to take it with you when you're out and about. You always need to have extra water. Okay, the second thing that I do when I'm preparing is what I'm wearing. And to the typical eye, I have on jeans and tennis shoes and a sweatshirt, but underneath I have things that are helping with my POTS. So the first thing is a wedge heel. You might not believe this, but having a little bit of a heel is contracting your calf muscle. So when you do have to be out and about and stand, it's actually helping to constrict those blood vessels in your lower legs to keep the blood from pooling. So that's one tip, is to wear heels or wedges. You can't always wear heels, but I have found a lot of things that work, like wedge shoes. Another tip about shoes, I buy high tops because I get cankles. I'm gonna be honest. By the end of the day, my ankles are as wide as my calves, and it is really gross. And I really care about how I look, so it's hard for me to accept having big cankles. So I always buy shoes that have that come up higher. Okay, underneath my shoes, I have on compression socks, and I have socks that come up to here. You can't even tell since I'm wearing jeans, but these compression socks, in conjunction with a little bit of wedge heel on my shoe, is really going to help support my blood vessels. And I have another tip and trick that you can't even tell, okay? And I'm going to show you just a little peek. I am wearing compression underwear. In fact, it comes all the way up to my bra, in the back too. And you would not believe how much compression in your abdomen and your stomach can help your POTS. Whew, I got out of breath standing up. Excuse me. See what my heart rate went to. Yeah, just standing up for a second, it just gets me. Gets me every time. I'll see what it is in a second. It's 1:15. And it was probably like 1:30 while I was standing up. But you would be surprised how much it helps to have compression on your abdomen. So not only is the blood pooling in us Potsie's legs, but the same with the veins and the vessels in our stomach. They're not constricting to return the blood up. So I have compression from my toe all the way to under my bra. And it really helps to keep the blood up and helps me to feel better. If I'm having a casual day or I'm just around the house, I prefer high-rise compression workout pants. I'll make another video about which ones I like, but that really seems to help me, especially after eating meals. It really helps. I don't know if you Potsies have noticed or if the same thing happens to you. If I'm not wearing compression around my middle and I eat anything, my stomach gets big. It looks like I'm pregnant almost. And that's the blood that has gone to your stomach to aid in digestion, but because your autonomic nervous system is not functioning properly, those vessels do not send the blood back up to our brains. So that's why in one of my videos I recommend eating small meals. And I also will talk to you about what I like to eat and what kind of diet I found that really helps my POTS. But for today, let's get back to the topic at hand, which is going out and about. So I've shown you what I have on, and I've shown you that I always hydrate well first and take water with me. So I'm going to the bank today, and banks have fluorescent lights. So I always wear my blue light blocking glasses anytime I'm somewhere with fluorescent lights. It seems to help, and if I don't have them, I do notice a difference. Fluorescent lights, they almost hurt my brain. They hurt my eyes, and if I've been in fluorescent lighting for 5 to 10 minutes, I feel nauseous and dizzy, and it's a pain in the rear. So this is something I found to help me with that issue. And then finally, I want to share my favorite contraption, and I got this actually at a golf tournament. I'm gonna see if I can find one online that I like, that I can recommend to you guys. But essentially, it is a tripod chair. And I take it with me when I go to the bank, and I just sit. I just sit while I'm at the bank. I sit at the teller window, I sit in the line. Anytime I'm in a line, I have this with me. It's very small, unobtrusive. In fact, it almost looks like a walking cane. I took this when we went to Universal Studios this summer, and it almost made me feel better to have it, because when you have an invisible illness like POTS, people don't really understand that you can't stand in line or that you need the fast pass to get through lines. And so when I had this with me, it almost validated that there was something wrong with me, and people would understand that I needed the fast pass. So, you know, it is kind of embarrassing to have to sit in public, but for the most part, no one says anything about it. And if I don't do it, I know I'm gonna feel awful, and it's just not worth it. So those are just some tricks for going out and about. I just hope I can make the car ride. If I am having a bad day, riding in a car makes me dizzy, it makes me nauseous, and sometimes by the time I get where I'm going, I just want to turn around and go back home. But I've hydrated today, and I've had my soul water and my fatty coffee. I rested and put my feet up after I got ready, and I think I'm gonna brave the elements. So wish me luck. I'm headed to the bank. I've got my handy seat and my fluids, and I've got on my compression socks and my compression waist garment. So hopefully I can get home and still feel really good and enjoy the rest of my day. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. I'm Lowry, the Pretty Potsie. I would love it if you would click below to subscribe. I'm gonna come out with a lot more videos and a lot of tips and tricks for POTS. And I also have an Instagram at the Pretty Potsie. And if you like Facebook, I have a Facebook group, the Pretty Potsie. I'm Lowry, thank you so much, and hope everyone is not feeling potsy today.